Don't forget to go to asskicking.com for pound the best home health and beauty fragrance products.
We're here.
Now let's try this. Now walk up to me from there.
Okay. And do the same thing?
And do the same thing.
Hey guys, it's Kirsty Maciel and you're watching Deontay's Boxing Nation.
Today's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? Well, it looks like we finally might be getting something done here, because according to Anthony Joshua, he has finally made Deontay Wilder a real offer. Now, his promoter, Eddie Hearn, he said that Anthony Joshua's next fight will either be against Wilder or against Alexander Povetkin. To no one's surprise, one of Anthony Joshua's main stipulations to facing Deontay Wilder is that the first fight be in the UK. And if there's a rematch, especially assuming Deontay Wilder wins the first fight, the rematch can be in the States. Matter of fact, this is what Anthony Joshua had to say about this offer to Deontay Wilder. Anthony, he did an interview with Sky Sports, and this is what he had to say. "We can eat together and put on a great show at Wembley or Cardiff, somewhere in the UK, and become the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. I'm happy being based here. I think a lot of my supporters are happy me fighting here as well. I think the first one has to be in the UK. I want to be able to call the shots because I've worked extremely hard to put myself in a power position when it comes to negotiations. So hopefully he'll understand and come to the UK, get this fight on." And then he says, "The same deal we're going to offer Wilder, I would have grabbed that with both hands. I just looked at it as a flip reverse. I'm an astute businessman. Even though I fight, I'm a hustler. I've got a strategy. I'm very smart and I educate myself. The deal I look for Wilder is the same deal I looked at for myself. And I would have been over the moon with a deal like that at that stage, so we'll see how he takes it." End quote. So there it is. You guys heard it from Anthony Joshua. Once again, he's putting an offer on the table. He wants the first fight to be in the UK. I don't think Deontay Wilder is going to. Now, my only concern right now is Anthony Joshua's promoter saying the next fight may be against Wilder or Povetkin. Because usually when you hear a fighter or a promoter say the next opponent is going to be the toughest guy that we can pick, which would be Deontay Wilder, or the safest opponent to pick, which would be Alexander Povetkin, they usually go with the safest guy. Now, I know in this situation, Povetkin, he is somewhat of a WBA mandatory. I believe it's a WBA, where now the WBA is ordering Anthony Joshua to negotiate with Povetkin. But we all know that they could easily pay Alexander Povetkin some step-aside money so that they can get this Wilder versus Joshua fight. You know, we were going to get the Joshua-Wilder fight eventually. I just believe all of the pressure that has been put on Anthony Joshua, especially after this Joseph Parker fight, it pretty much sped up the process. I mean, the week going into the Joshua versus Parker fight, you had more people talking about Wilder if he was going to be allowed to get in the ring and confront Anthony Joshua. All the talk was about Wilder versus Joshua, Joshua versus Wilder. No one was really talking about Joshua versus Parker. And when talks reach that point, you know it's only a matter of time that fans, they are going to start pressing Anthony Joshua to fight this man next. Even Anthony Joshua fans. And that's exactly what happened in this situation. I mean, you have fighters like Carl Froch saying it should be the next fight. Carl Froch, he even went further. He even said Anthony Joshua should go to the States and fight Wilder because he did it. And he said many other fighters did it. So we'll see what happens in negotiations. We'll see if Anthony Joshua ends up facing Wilder next or he fights Povetkin. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to